Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Air Force Association Chairman of the Board and the 14th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Gerald Murray.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for all of you to be here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll begin here with our national anthem in recognition. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remain standing for the presentation of our colors and our national anthem. Post the colors.
Colors. Colors turn. March. Present. Form. Colors. Colors turn. March.
Join me in thanking the Air Force ROTC Color Guard from the University of Maryland. And please, stay seated. On behalf of the Air Force Association, welcome to the CyberPatriot 14th National Finals Competition Banquet and Awards Ceremony. This national final is special, and not just because we're meeting in person after 2 years of being virtual. It's special because this is the first final that's been conducted as a hybrid event. 24 of our finalist teams were able to come here to compete, and 4 teams competed in their home locations across the country. Regardless of where they competed, we're grateful everyone is able to join for what is sure to be an exciting evening. We express our heartfelt thanks to the CyberPatriots government and industry supporters, our AFA leaders, and the educators, administrators, coaches, mentors, team assistants, and parents who make the CyberPatriot competition possible. At AFA, we're extremely proud of this program. This season, more than 5,200 teams registered for the competition, despite all that educators and students had endured for the last 2 years, as we know so well during this COVID environment. So, thank you. Thank you to every participant for continuing to be a part of and for your support of CyberPatriot. We are most grateful to the support of our sponsors who have allowed us to expand CyberPatriot from its humble beginnings to a nation-leading STEM program of today. Special recognition goes to our presenting sponsor, the Northrop Grumman Foundation. With their support, we've now reached more than 300,000 students worldwide, achieving our goal of increasing STEM participation among students of all backgrounds and countries around the world. We're also grateful for the support provided by our generous sponsors, the Boeing Company, Cisco, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Microsoft, Air Force Reserve, AT&T, Bank of New York Mellon, Facebook, Symantec, the USAA Foundation, Air Force STEM, American Military University, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Gannon University, Leidos, MasterCard, University of Maryland Global Campus. Not only have their financial contributions helped us rapidly grow the dynamic program, but the involvement of their employees and nationwide have deeply enriched the students' experience through the mentorship that our students have received. Our thanks also to the cyber partners, BT&T Security, BTB Security, Blue Vector, Clear Focus, Synergistics, Exostar, Riverside Research, Robert Morris University, Tenable, WebRoot, and Zabata Technologies. And a special thanks goes to our founding partner, the Center of Infrastructure Assurance and Security at the University of Texas, San Antonio. They were a key player in launching CyberPatriot several years ago, and they continue to remain a critical element to the program as our technical partner. Thank you also to Cisco for their outstanding support of our national finals competition. Beyond providing the Cisco Networking Academy Challenge, they also provide the backbone used to run the competition. In addition, we thank the AFA volunteers and leaders nationwide who have joined us as we seek to inspire more young men and women to pursue education and careers in cybersecurity and STEM fields. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to the staff of the Bethesda North Marriott Hotel and Conference Center for their outstanding hospitality these past few days. Freeman for creating a beautiful branded competition space, and Encore and Gettings for their production support and making us look and sound fantastic. In the 14th season of CyberPatriot alone, nearly 5,000 coaches and mentors spent countless hours guiding students through this competition. And let us not also forget the parents. These students and CyberPatriots would not be here without you, the parents. Thank you all for your ongoing support of our program and of this next cyber generation cyber leaders. This year, 854 middle school division teams, 1,449 teams from all services junior ROTC programs, Civil Air Patrol, and U.S. Navy Sea Cadets Corps, and 2,951 open division teams entered this competition. As I told these teams here on opening day, to be 28 of over 5,200 teams is an incredible accomplishment in itself. These teams came from all 50 states, the District of Columbia, U.S. overseas territories, U.S. Department of Defense, defense schools in Europe and the Pacific, as well as teams from Canada. You should also know that CyberPatriot programs are now being expanded and developed around the world. To the select students who have made it here tonight, congratulations to you. Now, following dinner, we'll recognize the winners of the CyberPatriot's 14th National Finals competition. But let me first pause and to be able to introduce to you that we have a few distinguished guests with us this evening that's worth us noting, and probably will miss others that I know that are here. But please join me in welcoming just a few. The Managing Director of Cyber and Strategic Risk for Deloitte & Touche LLP, and our guest speaker for this evening, Lieutenant General Chris Wegeman. Chief Information Officer for the Department of the Air Force, Ms. Lauren Nossenberg. Also speaking this evening, our Senior Cyber Officer for the U.S. Space Force, Colonel John Smell. Corporate Lead Executive for Air Force and Joint Programs for Northrop Grumman, Major General Thomas Deal. Director of Global Government and National Security for Cisco, Cindy DiCarlo. We also welcome our sponsors, the regional managers for Cisco Networking Academy for North America, Rebecca Chisholm. Director of Acquisition and Innovation Policy at Boeing, Veronica David. Director of Entrepreneurial Operations at Gannon University, Brad Gleason. And from our Air Force Association, the Vice Chairman of Board for Education, Stephen Gorley. Though I haven't seen him yet, is our Executive Vice President, Doug Rayburn. I want to take also a moment to thank our Air Force Junior ROTC and Civil Air Patrol leaders who have supported this competition since its inception, and the Army, Navy, and Marine Corps Junior ROTC and Navy Sea Cadet leaders who have joined us since. Here tonight, we have Chief Education and Curriculum for the U.S. Army Cadet Command and Junior ROTC, Dr. Joseph Cross. The Chief Executive Officer and National Commander of Civil Air Patrol, Major General Edward Felka. And I now invite CyberPatriot Senior Director of Competition Operations, Frank Zaborowski, to recap the journey of the 28 finalist teams during the 14th season of CyberPatriot. Frank, over to you.
CyberPatriot 14 kicked off in October with 5,254 registered teams. After 2 rigorous online rounds of competition, the Open and All-Service Division teams were divided into 3 tiers: Platinum, Gold, and Silver. The teams competed within their tiers for state awards. The top 50% of middle school teams advanced to the semifinals. The top 25% of teams in each of the 3 tiers in high school divisions also advanced to the semifinals. There, the Platinum tier teams faced the traditional challenges of virtual machine images and the Cisco Networking Academy Challenge. However, they were pushed to the edge of their endurance and skills with 2 brand new challenges: the Boeing Product Security Engineering Challenge and the CyberPatriot Web-Based Challenge. Based on their scores in the semifinals, the top middle school and Platinum tier teams then advanced to the national finals competition. This week, all 3 divisions competed in a Northrop Grumman Foundation Network Security Master Challenge. During this challenge, teams were provided with a variety of operating system images. They also faced an AT&T-sponsored inject and further needed to solve a CyberPatriot web-based component. Participants on each team assumed roles of administrators for a small business. They were responsible for maintaining servers and network services. During the challenge, teams were tasked with finding and fixing security vulnerabilities, maintaining critical services, and resolving ad hoc injects. All the while, they were defending against hostile attacks perpetrated by a professional red team doing its best to disrupt the networks. And by the way, we do have members of the red team here tonight, but I won't tell you where they are. All 3 divisions also competed in the Cisco Netacad Challenge. During the challenge, teams were required to build a complex but secure network using the Cisco Packet Tracer network simulation tool. Teams were also provided a Cisco networking quiz that tested them on the knowledge that they had learned this season. Please join me again in congratulating our national finalists for their outstanding performance throughout the year and over the last few days in the national finals competition. At this time, I invite CyberPatriot's Director of Engagement and Outreach, Rebecca Dalton, to introduce the teams. Rebecca?
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the 28 CyberPatriot teams who rose to the top through our most challenging competition season yet. I'll start with the middle school division. From Design 39 campus in San Diego, California, Team Cyber Aegis Cobra. From Waller Middle School in Frisco, Texas, the Chunky Marios. From Oak Valley Middle School in San Diego, California, Team Cyber Aegis Scimitar. Let's congratulate the top middle school teams. Now, on to the All-Service Division. Representing the Army Junior ROTC from Buena High School in Sierra Vista, Arizona, the Cybervengers. And from Roosevelt High School in San Antonio, Texas, the TX Patriot Care Bears. Representing the Navy Junior ROTC from Bishop Kenny High School in Jacksonville, Florida, the Crusaders. And from Troy High School in Fullerton, California, Runtime Terror. Representing the Marine Corps Junior ROTC from La Cueva High School in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the Cyber Bears. And from Marine Military Academy in Harlingen, Texas, the Devil Dogs. Representing the Air Force Junior ROTC, Ashley Ridge High School in Summerville, South Carolina, Team Swamp Fox. And from Scripps Ranch High School in San Diego, California, the Terabyte Falcons. Representing Civil Air Patrol from Air Academy Cadet Squadron in Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Lockouts. From Fullerton Composite Squadron in Fullerton, California, Team Repos. And from Union County Composite Squadron in Monroe, North Carolina, Team Sapphire. And representing the U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps from the Band of the West Division in Redwood City, California, the Silicon Knights. And from the Sacramento Division in Roseville, California, Team Spartan. Let's congratulate these all-service teams who made it to the national finals. And now, on to the top 12 open division teams. From Canyon Crest Academy in San Diego, California, the Mimi Cats. From Cookville High School in Cookville, Tennessee, Team TN Patriot, Cali Patriot. From Del Norte High School in San Diego, California, teams Cyber Aegis Chopstick and Cyber Aegis Flashpoint. From Franklin High School in Elk Grove, California, Team Half Dome. From Grandview High School in Aurora, Colorado, the Cyberwolves 2. From Highlands Ranch High School in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Falcon Transfer Protocol. From Olathe Northwest High School in Olathe, Kansas, the Ravens. From Summit Technology Academy in Lee Summit, Missouri, Team Pseudo. From Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology in Alexandria, Virginia, the Scuba Squad. From Walnut High School in Walnut, California, Team Lemons. And from William Lyon Mackenzie Collegiate Institute in Toronto, Ontario, Team Unavailable for Legal Reasons. Another round of applause for these outstanding teams who have distinguished themselves as the best of the best. Congratulations. Now, please join me in welcoming CyberPatriot's Senior Director of Business Operations, Ms. Rachel Zimmerman.
Thank you, Bex. At this time, we will now hear from Phyllis Schneck, Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer for Northrop Grumman Enterprise Services, with a welcome message from CyberPatriot's presenting sponsor.
Welcome back and congratulations to everyone. I know that you've had an amazing weekend. I hope that the competition has been fun and we're so proud of everybody in this room. So good evening. My name's Phyllis Schneck and I am the Chief Information Security Officer of Northrop Grumman. All of us are committed to cybersecurity and we're so proud at Northrop Grumman to partner with the organizations that advocate for diverse and talented workforce and to enable us to bring together top talent like yourselves and all the other competitors to truly not just compete, but to innovate. Cybersecurity is the future of technology, and our ability to create the best technology to protect our way of life, our infrastructures, our health, our space exploration, that depends on our ability to secure it. That's what you're building. I know you're all very, very excited to hear the results of the competition, but I do want to make sure you know we congratulate you. You are our future of technology, and we're very, very proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Schneck, for that fine beginning to what promises to be a memorable evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage AFA's Chairman of the Board, Gerald Murray.
Well, thank you. Thank you, and I hope that the meals were satisfying and more that the company was even greater. Well, I am pleased to be able to introduce our keynote speaker for the evening. Our speaker is a retired Air Force Lieutenant General with 34 years of distinguished service to our nation. He is a 25-year combat-proven F-16 fighter pilot and United States Weapons School instructor pilot with 4 combat tours, who commanded at the squadron, group, wing, numbered Air Force, and service cyber component levels. During his last 9 years of the Air Force as a general officer, he served in key Joint Staff and U.S. Cyber Command positions as the Air Force's senior operational mind for cyberspace operations. He is a founding architect of U.S. Cybercom's Cyber Mission Forces, culminating as the commander of 24th Air Force. And he is a recipient of the Distinguished Service Medal, the Defense Superior Service Medal, and the Distinguished Flying Cross with Valor device, among many other distinguished service medals. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage Lieutenant General Chris Wegeman. Sir.
I just wish that every day in my house I would get the same intro as I retire into the bedroom and change into my pajamas. I'm kidding, I don't wear pajamas. Well, good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here. And for me, this venue is nothing but pure inspiration. I get fired up being around the young, bold, and audacious CyberPatriots of 2022. Their coaches, their mentors, their moms, their dads, their sisters, their brothers, and the people that make it all happen. The Air Force Association, all my dear friends and servicemen and women, all of those in industry that support this venue. My hat's off to all of you. It's phenomenal, it's inspirational. And in the beginning, y'all were playing my jam, which is Superman. The Superman soundtrack, that's some of the best motivational music. If you can't figure out how to get higher scores on your Peloton, you put that soundtrack on, you're all set. All right. Well, good evening, my fellow CyberPatriots. Tonight in a venue whose conversation is fully oxygenated by hardware, software, and firmware, I want to talk about you, the venerable wetware that drives it all. I want you all to know, to understand deep down inside, that the most powerful element in cyberspace operations is not silicon. It's not copper. It's not aluminum. It's carbon. It's you, the bold and audacious CyberPatriot. So strap in, fasten your seatbelts, because I intend to elucidate candidly about harnessing the power inherent in you, our bold and audacious CyberPatriots. Tonight we celebrate you, and we are all incredibly enriched because of you. So first, who are CyberPatriots? I'm pretty sure Tom Brady doesn't know jack about cyber. So we know it's not that patriots. So for me, ladies and gentlemen, CyberPatriots are simply those who love and support America's digital audacity. That's who we are, America's digital badasses even. And I can say that because I'm retired now. You are bold, courageous, innovative, disruptive rainmakers with an innate ability to design, build, and bridle the operational power of 21st century technology, software, and data. You are highly intelligent, you are collaborative, creative, curious, and of course, competitive. You are fluent in multiple languages and you understand the power of teamwork, min viable products, design thinking, DevSecOps, and this thing called containerization. Your capture the flag digital gridiron approaches infinity. You employ action at distance. You run plays at the speed of light. You don't need helmets. You actually prefer hoodies. You operate unconstrained from timeouts, and you are at your best when you're in the middle of the opposing team's huddle without them even knowing you're there. Hell, when I was a kid, capture the flag was a brutal analog melee played in the woods at night with a flashlight. Ladies and gentlemen, it was no joke. I know some of you can ruminate with me here. Players would emerge cold, bug-bitten, covered in poison ivy, welted and whipped by trees and shrubbery, clothes torn like a lost boy with at least one sprained ankle. No joke. So, that's my intro. That's my attention getter. So I'd like to tell you now all a story which portrays how I want you to harness the power inside you all as cyber patriots to not just live, but to thrive in today's period of digital enlightenment. This is an infamous story from one of my favorite movies of all time, The Wizard of Oz. The colorful tale of Dorothy, aka Dot, and her posse. The Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and of course, Toto too. This timeless classic is brimming with many important life lessons. But for me, fundamentally, it's a story about courage, compassion, and competence. The courageous lion, the compassionate Tin Man, and the competent Scarecrow. So tonight, my fellow cyber patriots, I charge you all to harness your inner lion, Tin Man, and Scarecrow, to live and serve yourselves and our amazing nation with courage, compassion, and competence. Be a courageous lion. Harness your courage to act boldly, audaciously, to innovate, to think beyond 10x, 100x to 1000x. The courage to ask hard questions, to speak truth to power, to seek help when needed. Have the courage to stay loyal to your true self, stand your ground, live with integrity, to know when to fight and when to run away as fast as humanly possible, and to know what you are really, really good at and what you're not, what energizes you and what scares you to death. For when you are truly courageous, you are present in the moment. You are powerful. And above all else, you're happy. Be the compassionate Tin Man. Harness your compassion to compete relentlessly, but always with heart. Purposeful, but never cavalier. Compassion to offer assistance to others, to notice when your teammate, your wingman, is not him or herself. To lend your Netflix username and password to a friend before they lock that down forever. And they're locking it down. Compassion to selflessly honor those who earn it. To walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Compassion to inspire others to follow you into Hell's Gate and to forge high-performing elite teams. For when you are compassionate, you are seen. You are trustworthy. You are human. And above all else, others will follow you for all the right reasons. Be the competent Scarecrow. Harness your competence to learn and to understand, to innovate, to drive and bridle technology like no one else can, to outthink and to outmaneuver our adversaries. Competence to earn trust and respect, to know truth and to cut through myths and disinformation, to deliver a competitive advantage. Competence to be a resilient human being. For when you are competent, you are heard, you are sought after, you are in the game, and you are empowered. And most of all, you are highly effective. My fellow cyber patriots, courage is knowing yourself. Compassion is knowing your people. And competence is knowing your job. And thriving as cyber patriots in today's digital wild, wild west requires us to have a level of mastery in all three. Cyberspace is the most highly congested and contested operational domain across the spectrum of conflict, from competition to war. Every day, our nation asks countless Americans to conduct operations against multiple adversaries in the cyber domain, which disrupt, deny, degrade, and if so authorized, destroy adversary forces and capabilities in all domains. These, ladies and gentlemen, are the confrontations of warriors. Warriors who rise to the challenges because they know themselves. They are courageous. They know their people, who willingly charge into battle with them because they are compassionate. And they outthink and outmaneuver their enemies, delivering repetitive mission success for their nation because they know their job. And in the many years of service where I had the absolute honor and privilege to lead them as their F-16 fighter squadron, fighter wing, and Air Force's cyber commander, I charged every single one of them, like I'm charging you tonight, to live and to serve with courage, compassion, and competence. They know my story, and they know my posse, and now you do too. So if you've been paying attention thus far, beyond my introductory remarks, you'll notice that I haven't talked much about the racked and stacked power of liquid-cooled technology, the elusive cloud, the Internet of Things, data, which is my love language, ever-expanding compute power, artificial intelligence, quantum, 5G, and the rest of the digital buzzword bingo metaverse. As I said up front tonight, I want to recognize the limitless power of you, our bold and audacious cyber patriots. You are by far the most important piece of software in the digital ecosystem. And no matter how fast the pace of technological change, no matter how complex, congested, and contested our digital world becomes, how challenging your studies or career becomes, how difficult adulting is. And trust me, it can be very difficult. Each and every one of you can always harness the intrinsic and inalienable power of your innate ruby red slippers. Clicking your heels 3 times and summon your courage, your compassion, and your competence to win and to thrive in the disposition of your daily duties, AKA life. These exquisite character attributes, more than any technology, best define you and serve you as cyber patriots. And in my personal and professional experience, just like Dorothy's, they will always take you home to family, to friends, to fellow patriots, and most importantly, to happiness. I don't know why I'm getting upset, but I'm fired up. My fellow patriots, thanks. As I close, I leave you with 2 words, and it's kind of my go-to. Lead on. Thank you.
General, for those insightful words. We'll now go to Dr. Greg White of the Center for Infrastructure Assurance and Security at the University of Texas at San Antonio for certification of the scores.
Well,
Staff
as
members
I
of
just
the
got-
Center for Infrastructure Assurance and
Dr.
Security
White.
at the University of Texas at San Antonio have monitored systems operating the CyberPatriot 14 National Finals competition. We certify that the scores collected, reported, and compiled to determine winning teams are an accurate representation of the competition results.
Well, thank you, Dr. White. And let me back up. I was so caught up, General, in your speech, how wonderful and again, inspirational for all of us lead on. So thank you, sir, for those just audacious and inspirational and insightful words. So as we saw that Dr. Greg White, the Center for Infrastructure Assurance and Security at the University of Texas at San Antonio for our certification scores, as we talked about, the university center there in San Antonio has been part of this since our inception, and we can't thank them enough for that. So at this time, then, please welcome back to the stage CyberPatriot Senior Director of Business Operations, Rachel Zimmerman. Rachel.
Start the awards portion of this evening with the winner of the AT&T components.
All right.
The winner of the AT&T component is Team Half Dome from Franklin High School. Next, we will announce the winners of the Cisco NetAcad Challenge Awards. Would Cindy DiCarlo, Cisco's Director of Global Government and National Security, please join me on stage?
Awesome. Thank you very much. So it is my pleasure to announce the winner of the Cisco NetAcad Middle School. Middle School Division Cisco Net Academy Challenger is Team Cyber Aegis Scimitar from Oak Valley Middle School. It's now my pleasure to announce the All Service Division team, finishing in third place in the Cisco NetAcad Challenge. Each student of the third place team will receive a $1,000 educational grant from Cisco Systems for their college education or certifications. The Cisco NetAcad Challenge All Service Division third place winner is the Lockouts from Air Academy Cadet Squadron, Civil Air Patrol. It's now time to announce the All-Service Division team finishing in second place in the Cisco NetAcad Challenge. Each student on the second place team will receive a $1,500 educational grant from Cisco Systems. Alrighty. Cisco NetAcad Challenge All-Service Division runner-up is Runtime Terror from Troy High School, Navy Junior ROTC. All right, it is now time to announce the Cisco NetAcad Challenge All-Service Division winner. Each student of the first place team will receive a $2,000 educational grant from Cisco Systems. You guys ready? All right, here we go. The Cisco NetAcad Challenge All-Service Division winner is Terabyte Falcons, Scripps Ranch High School. All right, it is now my pleasure to announce the Open Division team finishing in third place in the Cisco NetAcad Challenge. Each student of the third place team will receive a $1,000 educational grant from Cisco Systems. All right, NetAcad Challenge Open Division third place winner is Team Cyber Aegis Flashpoint from Del Norte High School. team finishing in second place in the Cisco NetAcad Challenge. Each student of the second place team will receive a $1,500 grant from Cisco Systems. Cisco NetAcad Challenge Open Division runner-up is Team Half Dome from Franklin High Alrighty, and the Cisco NetAcad Challenge Open Division winner. Each student on the first place team will also receive a $2,000 grant from Cisco Systems. Cisco NetAcad Challenge Open Division winner and overall winner of the Cisco NetAcad Challenge, Team Cyber Aegis Chopsticks.
Thank you. Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Carlo. We value our partnership with Cisco and thank you for your gracious support of our program and for Cisco's generous donation of scholarships. And with that, it is the moment we have been waiting for. Time to announce the winners of the CyberPatriot 14 National Youth Cyber Defense Competition, starting with the middle school division. The middle school division began with 854 teams, of which just 3 teams advanced to the national finals competition. To announce our winners, please welcome Major General Thomas Deal, Corporate Lead Executive for Air Force and Joint Programs for Northrop Grumman.
And now for the middle school division runner-up. I'm sorry, this is the third place winner. If you remember the Academy Awards a few years, they had the envelopes messed up a little bit as well. So the third place winner in the middle school division is the Chunky Marios from Lawler Middle School. And their team, they actually will be tuning in from Frisco, Texas, and unable to join us in person this evening. So I will be accepting the award on their behalf. Lawler, if you're watching this live stream, hey, congratulations on a job well done. And now for the middle school division runner-up. The middle school division runner-up is Team Cyber Aegis Scimitar from Oak Valley Middle School. And now for the middle school division national champion. Drum roll, please. The middle school division national champion is Team Cyber Aegis Cobra from Design 38 Campus.
Thank you, General Deal. Before we announce the winners in the All-Service and Open Division, we will start by awarding our Cyber All-Americans. Would Colonel John Smale, Senior Cyber Officer for the United States Space Force, and this year's Cyber All-Americans please join me on stage?
As in many nationally prominent competitive leagues and programs, CyberPatriot has created a special award to recognize participants who have demonstrated exceptional leadership in the program. The Cyber All-American Award recognizes participants who achieved the distinction of being designated a national finalist in each of their 4 high school years. This year, we have 8 new Cyber All-Americans. CyberPatriot is proud to present the Cyber All-American Award to the following individuals. From Del Norte High School, Kevin Hugh and Tanae Shaw. From Army Junior ROTC, Roosevelt High School, Tristan Lee. From U.S. Naval Sea Cadet Corps, Sacramento Division, Emily Foreman, Emily Kelso, and William Smith. From Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, Darius Kayanershi and Darren Mao. 5 of our Cyber All-Americans are here with us tonight, and the other 3 competed virtually at this year's finals.
Thank you, Colonel Smale, and congratulations again to each of our new Cyber All-Americans. We are excited to announce this year that CyberPatriot's Cyber Silver sponsor, Gannon University, is offering to the top teams in the All-Service and Open Division a renewable 4-year undergraduate scholarship to their institution. National championship team members will receive a full scholarship to Gannon University. Second place team members will receive $4,000, and third place team members will receive $3,000. Now on to the All-Service Division winners. The 13 All-Service Division finalists have worked hard this week. From a field of 1,449 teams, it has been narrowed to just 13 national finalists. And everyone should be proud of their efforts. They all deserve a round of applause. To present the All-Service Division Awards, we have a special guest tonight. Please join me in welcoming the Chief Information Officer for the Department of the Air Force, Ms. Lauren Nossenberger.
Good evening. So before we announce the winners, I have to know something out there in the audience. Show of hands, how many people this evening for at least a second thought about hacking your centerpiece? For at least a second. I know I did. Who's going to admit it out there? We got a few people admitting it in the back. All right, you guys that are raising your hands, I want to see you at DEF CON in August, where anything that looks like that is hackable. And people take great pride in doing it. Just if your parents come with you, make sure you tell them to leave their cell phones at home, or give them some advice on how to stay off the wall of sheep. You can keep them safe. But I don't know how many of you have your parents with you tonight, but I do want to share something either with the parents or for you to share with your parents. And that is, you know, there are many, many reasons to be proud of you, but I'll just add another one. And you may not realize how significant this is today, but one day this will be very significant. Your hobby and your passion that you have displayed this week, and really, I mean, you've been at this a while. It is something that our nation very much needs. Whether you're going to serve in the military, whether you are going to work for a corporation, we need this in our country. You will also be incredibly marketable. You will never have a problem making money pursuing this passion and this hobby. And third, as Mark Twain said, if you find a job you enjoy doing, you'll never work a day in your life. And I know I get to have fun at work every day. I know General Wegeman, I call him Wedge, you know, we love what we do. I hope that you have a lifetime of loving what you do. And I hope that I get to see my daughters here one day. They're probably about 10 years away from being in your shoes, but I will be an incredibly proud mom if I see them among you one day soon. And with that, let's give out some awards. At this time, it is my pleasure to announce the All-Service Division team finishing in third place. This is like the Academy Awards. There's a very fancy seal on these envelopes. All right. The All-Service Division third place winner is the Lockouts from the Air Academy Cadet Squadron Civil Air Patrol. And now for the All-Service Division team finishing in second place. In second place is Runtime Terror from Troy High School, Navy Junior offer for cyber camps for my daughters. I'm pretty excited. He's got more cards. And it is now time to welcome to the stage the national champions in the All-Service Division and recipients of the National Championship Trophy. All right, we'll make the drum roll even more dramatic out there. This is a big one. That last trophy was pretty heavy as it was. And it is the Terabyte Falcons from Scripps Ranch High School, Air Force Junior ROTC.
Thank you, Ms. Nasenberger, for joining us this evening and inspiring our next generation of cyber warriors. Finally, from a field of 2,951 teams, just 12 made it to the national finals this week. Please join me in congratulating the 12 Open Division finalists for their hard work and success. To announce the Open Division winners, please welcome back Major General Thomas Deal, Corporate Lead Executive for Air Force and Joint Programs for Northrop Grumman.
Well, again, it's my pleasure to present and announce the Open Division team finishing in third place. The Open Division third place winner is Team TN Patriot from CyberPatriot, Cockeysville High School, Brookville High School. Excuse me. I now have the pleasure of announcing the Open Division team finishing in second place. The open division runner-up is Team Half Dome from Franklin High School. And ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce the national champions in the open division and the recipients of the national championship trophy. The open division national champion is Team Cyber Aegis Flashpoint from Del Norte High School.
All right, thank you again, General Deal. CyberPatriot would not be possible without the continued support it receives from the Air Force Association. To learn more about the great work that AFA does, please go to www.afa.org. Registration for CyberPatriot 15 will open on April 1st. For any high school or middle school team that would like to participate, go to www.uscyberpatriot.org to register. Thank you and good night.